Subic Bay is once again echoing in the halls of power from Washington to Beijing. This deep-water harbor on Luzon's west coast is re-emerging as a critical military hub. The United States is returning, not with sprawling bases, but through a modern strategic partnership with the Philippines. Subic's location, a gateway to the South China Sea, places it at the center of a new era of great power competition. For Manila, it's about defending maritime sovereignty against China. For Washington, it's a vital piece of its Indo-Pacific strategy. The bay's transformation signals a profound shift in regional defense posture, blending history, strategy, and the realities of modern geopolitics. As we explore Subic Bay's revival, we uncover a story about sovereignty, alliances, and the quest for lasting peace in one of the world's most vital maritime crossroads. Subic Bay's history is inseparable from the U.S. military. For generations, this deep-water port on the western coast of Luzon has been a focal point of global strategy and local transformation. Its story is one of shifting alliances, military might, and the enduring impact of foreign presence on Philippine soil. For nearly a century, Subic Bay stood as one of America's largest and most important overseas naval installations. Developed after the Spanish-American War, its strategic value was quickly recognized by the U.S., who transformed it into a vital hub for their Pacific Fleet. The base grew in size and significance, becoming a symbol of American power and technological prowess in the region. During the Cold War, Subic Bay, along with nearby Clark Air Base, became the backbone of U.S. power projection in Southeast Asia. The base supported countless operations, from the Korean War to the Vietnam War, serving as a launchpad for aircraft, ships, and troops. It was a critical supply and repair center, and its presence helped shape the balance of power in the Asia-Pacific. The base shaped the local economy and culture, employing thousands of Filipinos and injecting millions of dollars into the region. Olongapo City thrived, its streets bustling with commerce and cultural exchange. Yet Subic also symbolized American influence, sparking debates about sovereignty and fueling nationalist sentiment among Filipinos who questioned the cost of hosting such a powerful foreign presence. As the Cold War waned and global politics shifted, debates over sovereignty and national identity intensified. The Philippine Senate's 1991 decision to reject a new U.S.-based treaty was the culmination of years of protest, negotiation, and soul-searching. It was a moment that reflected the country's desire to assert its independence and redefine its relationship with the world's superpowers. The last American forces departed Subic Bay in 1992, ending an era that had shaped both the local economy and the broader security landscape of Southeast Asia. The departure left a void, economically, as thousands lost jobs and businesses struggled, and strategically, as the Philippines faced new uncertainties in a rapidly changing region. Subic's closure marked a turning point for the Philippines. The former base began its transformation into a free port and commercial hub, but the legacy of its Cold War past continues to echo in the region's politics, economy, and identity, setting the stage for new challenges and opportunities in the years ahead. After the U.S. left in 1992, Subic Bay was transformed into a free port zone, attracting investment and symbolizing Philippine independence. But the U.S. withdrawal created a power vacuum. China quickly asserted expansive claims in the South China Sea, occupying Mischief Reef in 1995, and later building militarized islands. Filipino fishermen faced harassment, and the Philippine Navy found itself outmatched. Despite winning a 2016 arbitration case against China, Manila struggled to enforce its rights. Economic growth alone couldn't secure sovereignty. The growing threat from China forced Philippine leaders to reconsider their defense strategy. Without U.S. backing, Manila's options were limited. This realization paved the way for renewed security ties with America. The Philippines' decision to welcome back U.S. forces was driven by necessity, not nostalgia. In recent years, the security environment in Southeast Asia has grown increasingly volatile, with the Philippines finding itself at the center of rising tensions in the South China Sea. Under President Marcos Jr., Manila faced relentless Chinese pressure, water cannons, ramming incidents, and shadowing of Philippine vessels. These confrontations have become more frequent and aggressive, threatening the livelihoods of Filipino fishermen and the country's control over its own waters. In response, the government pivoted to a firmer alliance with the U.S., anchored in the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty. This historic agreement, once seen as a relic of the Cold War, has regained new relevance as the Philippines seeks to deter further encroachment. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, gained new momentum, allowing the U.S. to build facilities and pre-position assets at key Philippine bases. This move is not just about military hardware, it's about signaling resolve and readiness to defend Philippine interests. Subic Bay, with its strategic location near contested waters, became central to this renewed partnership. Once the largest U.S. naval base in Asia, Subic now stands as a symbol of both history and hope for regional stability. For the Philippines, this isn't about outsourcing security, but leveraging the alliance to modernize its own forces. Access to American training, intelligence, and equipment is helping the Philippine military upgrade its capabilities for the challenges ahead. The U.S. presence provides a security umbrella, enabling Filipino troops to train, access advanced technology, and build real deterrence. Joint exercises and shared intelligence are strengthening the country's ability to respond to threats on its own terms. The partnership is seen as a pragmatic step to safeguard sovereignty, ensuring that the Philippines is not left alone in the face of mounting challenges in its maritime backyard. In Manila's view, it's a necessary response to a direct and persistent threat, one that demands both resilience and reliable allies. Subic Bay's revitalization is moving fast. The U.S. is building modern, targeted facilities, like a massive climate-controlled warehouse for military vehicles and equipment. This signals a long-term commitment to pre-positioning assets for rapid deployment. Visits by U.S. submarines such as the USS Ohio underscore Subic's renewed strategic value. There are even plans for a major weapons manufacturing hub, potentially transforming the U.S.-Philippine defense relationship. The former Hanjin shipyard, now Aguila Subic, is being redeveloped as a dual-use facility for both commercial and military ship repair. This world-class shipyard can service both commercial fleets and allied naval vessels, including the U.S. Navy. Subic's dual-use capabilities are a game-changer for regional logistics and defense. Subic Bay's new role is the most visible sign of a deeper U.S.-Philippines defense alliance. Once a symbol of American military presence in Asia, Subic Bay is now at the heart of a renewed partnership, reflecting the evolving security landscape in the Indo-Pacific. The bay's strategic location makes it a vital asset for both nations, serving as a launch point for joint operations and a hub for regional stability. The goal is clear: to bolster the Philippines' ability to defend its territory and maritime rights in the face of growing regional challenges. With vast coastlines and critical sea lanes, the Philippines faces complex security threats, making this partnership more important than ever. Joint military exercises have surged, with up to 500 planned for 2026, focusing on maritime security and coastal defense. These drills not only enhance interoperability between the two forces, but also send a strong message of unity and preparedness to the region. U.S. deployments of advanced systems like the Typhoon missile system provide Manila with powerful new capabilities. These cutting-edge technologies strengthen deterrence and give the Philippines tools to respond to evolving threats. These moves are not about dependency, but about catalyzing the modernization of the armed forces of the Philippines. By investing in training and equipment, the alliance is helping the Philippines build a self-reliant, modern military force. U.S. support extends to the Philippine Coast Guard, enhancing its ability to monitor and protect its waters. Joint patrols and shared intelligence are improving maritime domain awareness and safeguarding vital resources. The alliance is fostering a more resilient, capable partner, one better equipped to uphold international law and contribute to regional peace. This partnership is built on mutual respect and shared interests. Subic Bay is now a linchpin in a credible layered defense strategy, anchoring the Philippines' efforts to secure its sovereignty and maintain stability in the region. Ultimately, the partnership is about building Philippine strength, not just hosting U.S. forces. It's a commitment to a future where the Philippines stands as a strong, independent defender of its own sovereignty. Subic Bay's revival as a U.S. military hub has sparked strong reactions. China has condemned the move, warning it will escalate tensions and destabilize the region. Within the Philippines, opposition voices warn of lost sovereignty and the risk of being caught in a superpower conflict. Nationalist groups and human rights activists argue for diplomacy over militarization. Recent espionage incidents near Subic highlight the bay's sensitivity and the risks of covert conflict. Despite criticism, the Marcos Jr. administration frames the partnership as a sovereign decision to defend national interests. Many Filipinos support the move, seeing the U.S. alliance as a pragmatic response to China's assertiveness. Subic Bay's transformation reflects the new realities of Indo-Pacific geopolitics. For the Philippines, it's the centerpiece of a strategy to assert sovereignty and protect maritime rights. By granting U.S. access, Manila is shaping its security environment and sending a deterrent signal to aggressors. Subic's success could inspire other Southeast Asian nations facing similar pressures. The Bay strengthens the network of alliances underpinning regional security. Yet challenges remain: Chinese opposition, domestic debate, and the risk of escalation. The goal is deterrence and stability, not provocation. Subic Bay's future will help shape the peace and security of Asia for years to come.